In this video, we will be seeing about cascading style sheet, that is CSS, cascading style sheet. So cascading style sheet is a file where we can maintain the styling of HTML documents. So HTML documents will be containing HTML elements, and each element can have different properties and the values, which can be maintained in a CSS to control the styling of HTML pages or documents. So it is used for styling HTML documents. Mainly it is used for styling HTML documents, and because this one file can be used for multiple HTML pages styling, we can maintain the uniform styling among different HTML pages using CSS. So it helps in building a uniform website like which contains uniform design for all its web pages. So a uniform styled website or web pages can be created using CSS. So as CSS can control the font size or color or spacing or many other different properties of different elements, many other different properties of HTML elements. It can be used for styling multiple HTML documents. So as it can control the font size, color, spacing, and many other different properties of HTML elements, it can be used for maintaining uniform designing of multiple HTML elements. So CSS can be added. CSS can be added, that is styling can be added to HTML document in 3 different ways. So one is inline CSS, the other is internal. So in a file, we can maintain a CSS code and we can link it to our HTML document, that is called as external CSS. So external CSS we can use internal cascading style sheet or inline. Now, how to write cascading style sheet code? So syntax for that is, we will be using the element name. The element can be the heading element H1 or H2 like that, or the paragraph element or body element. So any element name you will have to write, followed by the property. Property can be color, border, or anything, colon, and the value for it. So this way you can add the CSS or styling to your HTML document using the HTML elements. So syntax is element, property, and value. Element, and for each element you can mention the properties within the block, which is opened by curly bracket, closed by curly bracket. Within the curly bracket you will be mentioning the property for which you want to do the designing. So property can be color or font size or border or anything, and value of it you need to mention separating using a colon. So this CSS syntax, we can use it inline of HTML code, like whatever HTML code we are writing inside that, along with the element, in the element tag we can write, it is called inline. If we are writing as a separate style tag using the CSS tag, then it is called internal. But if we are using a separate file itself, it will be linked to our HTML document, that will be called external. So CSS uses the style tag. So it uses style tag is used in HTML document to add property and value for each element. So property and value for each element. To do the designing of each element, style tag is used. So style tag is used in HTML document to add property and value for each element. So style property, I should say, not style tag. Or style tag. So here, now let's see in a HTML program how it is done. So here is the simple HTML. You can see here, it is a simple HTML program format where we are having the document type, HTML tag opening and closing, and then head tag and then body tag. Head is containing a title tag where it is giving the web page title as my first HTML program. So if you want to do inline styling, then it can be done like if I'm using h1 tag. Now if I write some text here like hello, and if I save it and open in browser, then I will be getting the text hello displayed on output screen. And if you open it in browser, it will be opening in browser with the page title as my first HTML program, and it will contain hello as the web page content. So that web page content hello is not formatted. We have not done any styling to this text, just we have kept it in h1 tag. That's why it is coming as the heading tag, that is in bold and bigger font size. Now suppose if I add styling, so for inline styling we need to use style, like this style attribute, style equal to, you need to give property as color I'm taking, and I will be using blue color. So style, oh, no need of here, sorry. So style is equal to color blue. So this if I save and open in browser, I will be getting the color of hello in blue color. So you can see hello is displayed in blue color because we have written here style equal to color blue. So if I write here red and save it, and if I refresh this page, I get in red color. So this way, styling can be added for each element of HTML document. This is called as inline styling. So when we are adding style to each element of HTML document, then it is called inline styling. So this is how inline styling is done. The other is using the style tag in HTML document. So anywhere in HTML document, you can use the style tag like this. And within the style tag, you can mention each element and the properties of it. So I am giving here color blue for H1. So wherever H1 is present in the document, not only once, but if we are writing it, like suppose 3 times I'm writing here, 3 different headings I will take hello, and I will take welcome, and I will take goodbye. Also, I will take in between paragraph tag, where in paragraph I will be keeping something nice to meet you. So you can see in paragraph text I have kept nice to meet you text, whereas for H1 tag I have kept color. So this styling I am removing because now I am trying to use the internal style sheet, which is used in this manner using the style tag. So here for H1 property and value I am giving like this, and for P the property is the same color I am using, and I will be giving the color as red. So you can see for P color is red, H1 color is blue. Other than color, and we can have other properties also, which in detail we will be seeing in coming videos. So here styling I have added to the HTML elements in a separate style tag. So save it, and when I open or refresh the page in browser, you can see here blue H1 is blue. Every time H1 is displayed in blue color and the paragraph is displayed in red color. So wherever H1 is present, that will be coming in blue color. If 100 times it is present, 100 times color will be blue. And paragraph also here only once we have written, but if we are writing it multiple times throughout the document, then every time it will be appearing in red color. So like this common styling we can add to our HTML document using the style tag, which is called internal cascading style sheet. So for internal cascading style sheet, we will be adding the styling in a separate style tag like this. So using the style tag for adding the styling for HTML document elements like this. So this is internal style sheet format, and this is inline style sheet. Within the elements tag, so for H1 in the tag itself, we are adding the styling using the style attribute. So using this style, we are giving the property and value for the H1 tag itself. So this is opening tag. In the opening tag, we keep the style tag. Now comes the external style sheet. So in case of external style sheet, you can create a separate file. Like here I already have a separate file where I have written H1 and its property and value, P element and property and value. And I will be removing this style tag from here, which is internal styling. So the same here I can add using a link tag, and it is relative to, because it is relative to style sheet, we need to mention here style sheet, and the reference, that is H reference, that is its c1.css. Its address we need to mention because it is in same folder. I'm just mentioning the file name with extension .css. So save it. Now because we have already used blue and red, I'm using a pink and green, and save it. And then now here also save it. Control S, press Control S in keyboard, or you here you can just go to file and save and open in browser. So when you open it in browser, the styling will be applied to H1 element and P element according to c1.css. So what we are doing is we have written the style sheet code in a separate file called c1.css, and we have linked it using a link tag in our head element. So when you refresh the page, you can see pink and green, light pink and green it has taken. Let's take here black, not black, gray, or whatever colors it is mentioning. So refresh the page, it has already come. So these are the colors: dark, slate gray and green, or green yellow. Whatever colors you want, you can. So green yellow. So you can see this is green yellow mixed color, and this is green, which is coming from this c1.css into our HTML document. So this way we can add the cascading style sheet code to our HTML document for providing a uniform styling for our HTML document or web pages. So not only for a single HTML document, but for your complete website, you can maintain a single CSS. And in that CSS, you can mention the HTML elements of all the HTML documents and provide the common styling or uniform styling, which will be applied on more than one HTML document at the same time. So in this way, CSS, that is cascading style sheet, can be used for uniform designing of HTML documents in easy way and reducing your code. So as we have seen, it is used for styling HTML documents. For uniform styled website, we can use CSS. Uniform styled websites can be created, web pages can be created, and as it can control the font size, the color, the spacing, and many other different properties of HTML elements, it can be used for maintaining uniform designing of multiple HTML pages or elements or documents, we can say. And it can be added to HTML document in three different ways. The first is inline CSS, the second is internal CSS, and the third is external CSS. So syntax for using CSS is element, property, and value. And you will be writing this in the style tag if it is written as internal CSS. So this is for internal CSS, and for internal CSS this way. For inline CSS, you will be writing element, and element is written within the tag itself, and you will be writing style equal to property and value within the tag itself. For each element you will be giving. So this is for inline, this is for internal, and then for external you will be writing the element property value in a separate file, and you can link this using link tag like this, and you can give the H reference, that is the link address. So using the link tag, you can add to your HTML document the external file. So this is external file linking. So in 3 different ways. CSS can be added to your HTML document. Style property is used in HTML document to add property and value for each element in case of internal and inline. Whereas this is for external. This is internal. So external, internal, inline CSS. In this way, we can add, which we have seen practically already. So external CSS code, how we have written, is just the properties elements along with the properties. So element, property and value. This is the example for it. This is a file, content, which we have added as c1.css. So more detailed designing using CSS we will be seeing in coming videos. So thank you for watching the video, and please do subscribe the channel for more updates on HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So how to use CSS in HTML document we have seen, and separate CSS topics also will be coming in detail on this channel. So please do subscribe the channel for more updates on HTML and also other computer programming languages. And thanks again for watching the video.